We just wanted to welcome everybody from our Ghost Media Entertainment family to this interview. This is our first interview of 2023, and we had the pleasure of sitting down with the one and only Afro Man. So sit back and relax, take a listen, and this is a phone interview we did January 1st at 3 p.m. So thanks for listening.
Shoot me a call and do this for us today. That's awesome. I appreciate that so much.
Okay.
For sure, dude. So I got a series of questions here. Some of them I came up with, and some of them we have that some fans came up with as well. But first of all, I want to say I hope you have an amazing show tonight out there in Louisville.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
For sure. How many times have you played out there in Louisville before?
I'm gonna say under 10 in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably played either 10 times or under.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been wanting to get out there. Tracy Cook is the one that hooked us up today with your agent. He's a good friend of mine. He does some music out in that area, and we've been wanting to go out there and then just visit the sites and do all that. But, just time and all kinds of stuff has prevented us from doing it. So, for sure. Let me get started here. The first question is a fan question, and they were wanting to know when you recorded Because I Got High in the Crazy Rap, did you expect those songs to blow up like they did?
No, not like that. I was expecting like a little Coast fame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess rappers on the internet now, they probably don't even have Coast rappers. But back in the day, you was considered a West Coast rapper, or East Coast rapper, or that's when you was popular on a coast, but you wasn't that popular on other coasts. You know what I mean? I was expecting coast fame. I thought I might just be big in one part of the country.
For sure.
Like on the West Coast.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it got picked up by a lot of different things. A lot of people are talking about how they first heard it in the Jay and Silent Bob movie.
Yeah, man, I didn't even know who those guys were, man. And they were like some big time dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man. I was proud of the fact. I used to always envy rappers that got their song in the movie, especially when the movie's over and your song comes on. That's like the orgasm of the movie. You know what I mean? There's
For
no
sure.
better place. I mean, maybe if it plays during the movie, that's kind of cool too. It's going to be short if it plays during the movie because they got to get back to dialogue. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think one of the coolest things about it is these two songs in particular. Like, my wife didn't listen to a lot of rap and hip hop. We're more metal and rock type people. She does listen to some here and there, but when we first got together and I had the Crazy Rap on my playlist, she knew every single word to that. And I was trying to get her to sing it at karaoke last night for New Year's, and she's like, no, like she's too embarrassed. But she knows every single word, and that I was just so impressed because, like, I can only remember like 10 words from a song, maybe a chorus. I have a terrible memory with that stuff.
Oh man, that song is beautiful, man. That song is Andrew Dice Clay, Too Short, man.
Right.
Hey, man, it's so fun. Can't help but to learn it because you laugh off of it. You keep playing over and over, then you start mimicking it.
Yep.
Got it.
Exactly.
Funny helps you learn stuff.
Yeah. It's your music is a completely different genre in itself. between the hip hop and the rapping and the content and the lyrical content and just everything. It's everything you do is just something everybody remembers. I'm telling people at work here that I was getting ready to hop on a call with you, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's the Because I Got High guy." I was like, "Yeah, I'm so excited to meet him."
But I
For sure. Yeah, and then another really cool thing that I noticed, just kind of promoting this and talking to friends and stuff, these two songs in particular, they resonate with people from every single genre. It's not just hip hop and rap fans that have heard your song or know the lyrics and stuff like that. You got metalheads, you got country people, you've got people from all over the place that know exactly what you're talking about when you talk about Afroman. And I just think that's the coolest thing, because you've touched so many people, and I don't even know if you've realized how big that is.
Yeah, man, it's real big, brother. It's real big. I guess I'm singing about life, and I'm singing about history, and if you're in life and if you know what's going on, I mean, man, it's gonna touch a nerve. And I'm proud of myself and proud of the song, of the songs plural. But yeah, man, I'm just I'm amazed. But I'm happy that I reached a lot of people. It makes me feel extra human. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything. And yeah, man. Man, I'm real happy. I remember I wrote those songs, and I used to play them for myself, and I thought they were awesome. But then I was broke, and then you get that little thing, and you wonder, well, if I'm so good, how come I'm so broke? And then how come people are not buying it? How come people are not playing it? And I'm just glad I stuck in there and I kept pushing it and kept doing my thing, and come to find out it just needed a little perseverance and an audience. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh yeah,
went over real well.
for sure. And that kind of leads me into my next question. With so many different people looking up to you and listening to you and knowing who you are, what advice can you give to some of these smaller artists, some of these smaller bands to keep pushing forward?
Man, it's so much. The whole game. You ever see basketball? They have a shot clock. You ever see a shot clock in basketball?
Yeah.
Well, in the shot clock, you need to get your shot off before the clock is down to zero, right?
Mm-hmm.
In life, you need to seek first the kingdom of God, because what you want to do is, in life, you want to live forever. You know what I'm saying? In heaven. After you seek first the kingdom of God, man, you push hard. You write your songs. You push it, but while you're pushing it, write another one. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then keep it out there. Get all your YouTube, all your sites, and I say keep putting out music. So you keep swinging at the ball, and one day it's gonna hit something. You know what I mean? A batter swings.
Sure.
A batter swings, then he gets a hit. But after he swings at one pitch, he can't walk away. You know what I mean? And you can make it, and the game isn't over until you die. So what that means is wake up every morning and keep trying. Even if you got to get a job at McDonald's, keep trying. Get you a gig in town, then try to get you a gig out of town, and then try to get the out of town gig to pay for it. Just your bare necessities, and then tell the man to give you more if you pack the place. And then just keep moving away from your town. Keep trying to go to another town, to sing your music, take your take your CDs, your merchandise, your flash drives, you know what I mean, and push it to the limit like Scarface, man. You know,
Yep.
and it's not over till you're dead. You know, so if you write a song that people don't like, I wrote so many rap. You know how many songs I wrote before because I got high? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I got so many songs before, then it's like because I got high was the hit. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's when I heard the trickling piano.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that a lot with the music writing with a lot of different artists. You know, my business, Ghost Media Entertainment, is still fairly new. It's a baby. We're actually 9 months old today. And we just kept pushing forward and keep trying to grow and, you know, and move on and everything. But from all of the interviews that I've done, a lot of artists have told me, you know, we've got 60, 70, 80 songs written and we've only released like 10, you know, just because, you know, they know what's good, they know what needs work and all that good stuff, but they're always taking those songs that they've written that they haven't released, and they're constantly tweaking them. They're constantly trying to make them better and push forward and stuff like that. So that's awesome. It feels cool to kind of hear you say that as a large artist and to experience that with all of these smaller artists that are, you know, barely getting any playtime right now because everybody's in the same boat. And
dude, just because I had to write like a whole bunch of songs before I got to my hit, that don't mean that you necessarily have to. You might come out the box. Cause I was on the wrong page. I was on some super hip hop shit, and like, even though I'm a good rapper, people just didn't want it from me. You know what I mean?
right.
So it's like, you can come out and write one song and blow up without even writing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or you can write 100 songs, you know, and then maybe people like your 101st song. You know what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the industry. That's life in general, to be honest with you. You just keep going and moving forward until you find something that clicks. Just like, you know, I've always been looking for something to do that I'm going to love. And, you know, I've tried different things. I've worked construction. I've done, you know, farming. I've done all kinds of stuff. But when I started Ghost Media Entertainment, like, that's when I knew, you know, I'm not making money off of this yet, but the following and the growth that we've had, you know, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I know if like you said, keep pushing forward and watching that shot clock, you know, it's going to take off. It's going to succeed. It's just going to take time. So,
yeah.
But I've got a few more questions here for you. One of the big questions that we like to ask in all of our interviews is, what are your musical influences? What really got you going? What really got you started in, you know, the music industry?
Well, I like it, first of all, to be honest with you. And my mom, I used to sing a lot when I was a little boy. I used to grab the pillars and act like they were guitars, you know?
Yeah.
And I used to sing a lot when I was little. And I used to play the drums. It's in me. I am a musician, you know what I mean? I came here singing. And it's the first thing I remember about life, walking down the aisle, singing at a church. So, yeah, man, there was that. And then after I learned how to play drums, I learned how to play guitar. And then I noticed how there were fewer guitar. There's more drummers than guitar players, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So after I became a guitar player, I kind of was put on a little bit higher pedestal, you know what I'm saying? I can still grab the sticks and hold rhythm and play drums for you. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I started playing guitar, and then after we moved to LA, the rap scene was jumping off, and of course, I couldn't let little punk ass kids, out talk me. So I started rapping in '86.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's awesome. I mean, that's like with my kids. I have a whole lot of kids. I've got 5 kids, and I've always been musically inclined, but I've never really had time to do everything that I want to do with music. Because I started a family early and stuff like that. And now my kids are kind of picking up on it. My oldest son, we take him out to karaoke and he sings like amazingly. When he first started singing, I was dumbfounded. I didn't know he had that voice in him. And now I've got my 9-year-old Zelda, which she's usually on my interviews with me. She's my little co-host. She sang Fly Me to the Moon last night at karaoke, and the whole bar was just going nuts because she did such a wonderful job. And every single time I've watched this little girl step up and start singing, it's an improvement. Same with my oldest boy. It's an improvement every single time they step up to that mic. And I hope one day that they'll be able to take that and do something with it and grow and just blow up like you did,
Oh yeah, man, they can do it. They can do it. Man, every day I'm learning about a new rapper. You know what I'm saying? And then when I check on him, when I tap in, the dude got more fans than me. He got more follows than me. His social media is bigger. And he just came out yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude, it can happen, man. All he got to do is just sing something that everybody relates to, and there it is. And you never know. He might just, like, out of all the people in the world, I was in tune with getting high and smoking weed, and I sung a song that everybody just reacted to,
Right.
And he may do the same. You know what I'm saying? He just be out there, just chilling, and he hit a topic that strikes a nerve. Next thing you know, everybody got to have that thing he talked about. And, it may pay him for the rest of his life, man. I'm 23 years in because I got high, and I'm still eating off of that one plate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm not skinny. And that song came out 23 years ago, and I eat good. I just left Cracker Barrel.
Well, that's actually where I work. I'm sitting in the parking lot right now. I got to get back in there here soon.
Man, okay. Well, you got yourself a good job, buddy.
For sure.
I need to know the address where you work, man. I can come by and get a discount on some pork chops on Saturday.
Oh, definitely, dude. That actually brings up another question that people around here have been asking is, when is the next time you're going to be in Columbia, Missouri? Do you have any plans to be in this area?
I got some financial partners and agents and everything. They're all from Missouri, so I'm sure they're gonna make something happen. You know what I'm saying? And ask my man when the next time I can be in Columbia, and I'm sure, he got some answers, or he gonna make something happen here pretty soon. But they some Missouri boys, so they love bringing me to Missouri. Like I did
sure.
I did St. Louis last night for what do you call that thing? New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you head out here, I'll make sure to get you that discount for sure, and you'll have the whole place staring at you because they know who you are. They know that we're talking right now. Like I told my boss, listen, if you let me, I'll cover the rest of the night. Somebody else's shift the rest of the night. If you give me 1 hour so I can go talk to Afro Man, and they flipped real quick. They they made sure to make it happen for me. So they love you here.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. That's wonderful, brother.
For sure. And I've got one more fan question, and then what I like to do at the end of my interviews is I like to do self-promotion for yourself. I want you to be able to tell me everything you can tell me, how we can find you, all that stuff. But the last fan question that I have, people want to know, what is the craziest way that you've gotten high before? Like what, not like as far as smoking weed and stuff like that, what is, for example, like they were talking about like gas masks and stuff like that, and smoking weed through gas masks. What is the craziest way that you've done that?
Okay, well, there's the highest I've been. The craziest I ever smoked was out of an apple. You know what I'm saying? Me and this hippie chick, we didn't have nothing to smoke out of, and she did something with an ink pen, and like, next thing you know, we were smoking out of an apple. Then like, I think that's gonna be it. That the apple was the weirdest thing I ever smoked out of. You know, everything else is kind of, you know, there's the soda cans, you know, but
right.
The apple was unique because we got high out of the apple, then we ate the apple. And I was thinking of how much smarter the hippie girl was than I was, because like she could get high and then eat the evidence. There's no drugs and then there's no paraphernalia. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. Like,
I would have never thought of that.
I'm like, damn, white people, they're even smart drug addicts. Like, damn. Oh, shit.
For sure, dude. But I got to get back into work here in just a minute. Let's do some self-promotion. I know you have that show out there tonight in Louisville. What does your future look like as far as shows go? How can we find you? How can your fans connect with your music and yourself even, if you have any platforms available for that?
Yeah, man. Spotify. I'm old man. I'm talking some old man stuff. Let's see. I know they can go to Spotify, pull up Afro Man. I know they can go to my Instagram. You can go to OG Afro Man. OG Afro Man everything. OGAfroman.com. That's a good home base.
Okay.
Find out what's going on with me. Because all roads lead to OGAfroman.com. You know, you can take my Twitter, but you can't take my .com. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I use my Twitter to go to the .com. You know what I'm saying? The OG.com, the Twitter.com, the Instagram, OG Afro Man, everything. You know what I'm saying? And on YouTube, you know, you can really see what's going on with me on the new music. Go to YouTube, OG Afro Man.
Awesome. Well, Afro Man, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to sit down with me. I know you're getting ready to head into another interview here shortly. But I hope you have a wonderful show tonight, and I cannot wait to see you come out to Columbia. Hit me up. I'll take you to Cracker Barrel, get you that discount, and we'll have a good time.
Sounds good, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you have a wonderful day. Thanks.
Yes, sir.